running? Are we up and are we running? Okay, I'm actually a little nervous about this because my OBS has just updated and I don't know just if it's gonna be working. So fingers crossed, let's hope that everything's up and running. I swear, every time OBS updates, it's right before I'm about to do a stream. I'm serious. Every time I'm about to do every time OBS updates, it was right before I'm about to do a stream. It's like, do you want to, OBS needs to update right now. And then you look at it and just, they do 1,000 overview changes. For example, I'm now seeing this global and this active on the mic. It's weird. And I get paranoid that it's going to do some dual mic, and I'm going to get back to the whole reverb issues of the year of 2019, 2020. Okay, from the look of it, things are up and running. Okay. Okay, everything should be good. Everything should be good. Okay. So anyways, on that note, hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 5 of Advanced Wars 2, Black Hole Rising. Last time, we did some more Yellow Comet missions. We specifically did Silo Scramble, where we had to deal with flak and a bunch of missile silos. We did Showstopper, which basically was just a giant slog between Sonya and Adder, where basically we were just having to creep slowly and blast away some mini cannons. And then we did Flat Out Play, which actually went by a lot better than I thought it would. Because basically I'm thinking that, oh great, Adder's gonna just completely curb stomp me, but nope, we did pretty well. So as stated, I'm not gonna do Sea of Hope because basically this mission can be pretty tight, and on top of that, Neo-Tanks are not gonna benefit Yellow Comet all that much. Because Sonya, yeah, I mean they're good, they can help Sonya out. Sonya needs all the help that she can get, but she's not gonna really flourish with them. Sensei, you're not really gonna be banking on tanks much with him anyways. You're more or less just gonna be spamming battlecopters and infantry. And with Kanbei, one of his Neo tanks is just gonna be absolutely expensive, so you're better off just going with medium tanks with him. Likewise, we're not going to be doing Amir Darkly because basically this is just a siege mission where you're just defending a base against Lash with Sonya. And then Duty and Honor, basically, it's a very tight mission where you have some pre-deployed units with Kanbei and you're just trying to storm a village. So without further ado, let's go to Hunt's End. Allies will join this final battle. Work together to destroy the factory pipe. They've come this far? That can only mean...
Adder, explain yourself.
Who's there? Hawk, you quiet little bird. Don't sneak up on me like that.
You're behind schedule, and what do you mean that I snuck in? I buzzed into the base. I actively told the receptionist that I was here. She contacted you. You buzzed me in. I knocked on the door when I got here, and you said, come on in. I was not sneaking up on you, Adder. You're behind schedule. What have you been doing all this time?
War crimes? Well, we had a teeny weeny snag, and things got delayed. But that's not a problem.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Adder, there's an old man raiding us. He's taking people hostage. He took flak. And they're like, no, put me down.
And then says it, you're going to be taking me to bingo. I'm going to say you're my grandson. No! We'll be in control of this country soon. You have my word.
Adder, do you understand what my being here means?
If I win here, there's no problem, right? That's correct, isn't it?
If you win.
At last, the enemy's factory, and we claim victory here, we can drive the enemy out of our homeland, and then we can seize control of the factories and then use them to dominate the world. Andy will then have no choice but to go out on a date with me. And then Andy, no, please don't let her come for me. And then Sonya comes in with the fleet of bombers.
Then let's begin.
Sir.
Sir, the Commander-in-Chief of the Orange Army is here.
Commander Kanbei, I'm honored to stand in your presence.
Commander No, at ease, friend. Golden Comet welcomes you as always.
Very well. I'll get straight to business. I want to propose an alliance in this battle. The Black Hole Army is a threat to Yellow Comet and Orange Star alike.
We are very grateful. With a Yellow Comet and Orange Star alliance, Black Hole will suffer a swift defeat.
Now, if you actually complete the Blue Moon campaign before this mission, you would also have Blue Moon at your disposal, but they're busy. But because we haven't completed the Blue Moon factory mission, well, we only have access to Orange Star and Yellow Comet. Yeah, but now I can't help but imagine just while the rest of the army's doing this, just the Blue Moon's struggling with the factory still. They're resorting to Looney Tunes tactics, where basically they're using a slingshot with a catapult with a rock. Okay, so for this mission, Kanbei is going to be your best friend for this one, because Kanbei, he can hold his own, and basically he can easily push against Adder. Sonya, honestly, you're not going to want Sonya, because basically Sonya, none of her perks are going to come into play here. The only one potentially being her counter damage. And then as for Sensei, basically Sensei, he just wants to sleep. Look at this. It's like that once you have Team Aqua Hunger Force, basically Carl Stone Cold Lock of the Century of the Week, where basically his mom's sleeping and then Carl just let us sleep. But with Sensei, you're not going to really get the most out of his unit. So Kanbei's your best choice for the Orange Star front, for the Yellow Comet front, and as for Orange Star, Max is going to be your best bet here. So for this one, this mission is going to be is much different than the Blue Moon version, because the Blue Moon factory mission, it's very much just everything's bunched up in the center, whereas this one, it's a lot more spread out.
It is I who shall deal the final blow.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna break Black Hole like a twig.
Okay, so as you can see, the pipe seam is right here behind this mini cannon. In challenge mode, you also have to contend with this missile, as well as this rocket. So basically, you're going to have to just do a little bit of extra effort to get to this one. It's not like in standard mode where, hey, just bring in the bomber and then boom, boom, boom. With this one, you're going to need about 2 bombers or so. So we'll bring you here. My control drift is worse than normal. Okay, I'm starting this mission over again.
It appears we may not be victorious this day. I made one bad move.
Father, we mustn't give in. The fate of our country's at stake. With all the support by our side, selecting the best possible ally for this mission may be what makes the difference.
Well, if there's anyone that can blast away those is there anyone who can blast away those mini cannons? If only we had grit!
Well, we'll take care about this return with full force.
Yeah, I forgot about the units right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we know you're gonna break. Okay, there we go. We'll still be able to get our unit there. Okay, there we go. And you even start out with a nice little port. So anyways, as you can see from Adder's factory here, Adder will deploy C units. And one funny thing is that in the original version of this game, you could actually exploit this factory, because in the original version of this game, just the AI on the unit would actually be randomized. So for example, you could have it where an unit comes out of the factory and they're full on aggressive, or you could get it where they're passive, in that they'll stay by the factory until basically something gets within their range. So Adder will spawn battleships from this factory, and one thing that you would want is that they go passive. That way basically Adder loses pretty much all use of this factory except for this one port, thereby allowing for Kanbei just to rush in. Though if you also want to do it, you can basically just rush him from the rear, but you also have to deal with this rockets, as well as basically just the full brunt of the factory. So if anything, one of the bigger challenges for this is actually keeping your Orange Star units alive. So yeah, we're going to want to just go for the factories and then just storm upwards. Kanbei, great CEO for this map because, as stated, you get plenty of resources at your disposal, plenty of building, plenty of cities, plenty of factories, and you can just storm right up. Meanwhile, with Max and Orange Star as a whole, you're going to be a lot more passive. As you can see, Adder does have a submarine there. And there's the battleship. But really, one of the best things about playing as Adder is that, not Adder, Kanbei, is that his regular tanks are essentially like medium tanks, and his medium tanks are like Neo tanks. So in the long run, as far as unit power is concerned, he's actually just a better bang for your buck. Okay. Yeah, build a tank. Tanks with Kanbei, very good strategy. Okay. Okay, at this point we're going to want to save up for a... We're going to save up for a lander, so that way we can go and take this island. And we can get an airport. Then from there, we can just start going with the bombers. Kanbei's main goal is to distract Adder's forces down here. That way, Adder has to divert a lot more away from this to upper fronts, and thus allowing for Max to basically just go in and do his thing. The submarine and this battleship are arguably going to be two of the bigger issues. Same with this. Oh wait, that's a cruiser. Never mind. Though, like I've said before, just going in with naval units with Kanbei is not going to be doing naval warfare. 5. Oh, darn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn it! Okay, we'll go in for an artillery. Okay. Yeah, we just need 2,000 next turn. What are we going to have? No, we don't want yield. Okay, status, we're getting 6,000. We'll get 16,000. We can afford something. Okay, we're just going to let Max sit. And what's Adder looking like? Wrath. Okay. No, I don't want to yield. Why does it... Okay, let's just... Yeah, let's keep it like that. Okay, and we'll start saving. Okay, I'm a little nervous for this turn because I don't know what Adder's going to do with that medium tank. That medium tank is arguably the biggest threat right now. Okay, I think we're good on infantry for the time being. Actually, you know what? Just be on the safe side. Okay, we may very well lose our lander. Okay, I'm almost certain of it. He's probably going to pop his power, or at the very least, or hopefully he'll hold off and wait. Okay, good. Adder held off. Okay, capture the city. Okay, this time we won't build another infantry because I think that we're in a very good position. Okay. Okay, here comes the the Super CO power. Or not. Okay, that's unusual. I thought Adder would be chomping at the bit to pop it. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of debating. Should we go with another tank? An anti-air would be a good one. But then again, we already have a good anti... Okay, good. That's just the battleship. Okay. So with that said, I'm kind of... Yeah, another tank would be a good one. Kanbei. Go another infantry. Should have held off on that one until later. Oh well. Hey, at least we got the main thing. We got these two properties here, and we have a tank. So we can at least provide a little bit of defense. Okay. Now for the scariest part of any factory mission, when you switch over to the opponent's turn.
Sidewinder!
Okay, and this is arguably just as bad. 'Cause now we have a battleship here. Okay. Okay, we can at least move out of range this next turn. We can actually blast that thing down with our handy dandy bomber. Honestly, at this point, Adder would probably be crapping himself because just the sight of a max bomber. Okay, we'll move you here. If we can capture this factory, we're good. We'll move this into position and we'll start firing off shots. Okay, we'll hold you back. Okay. Boom! Yeah, Adder's doing nothing with that bomber. So frankly, as long as we can keep the distraction going, we're good. Okay. How much income are we making out of curiosity? Okay, Max is making 8,000. Okay. And here goes the bomber. look at that. Neotank on a Neotank against a Kanbei infantry on a property, just dealing 5 damage. At this point, I'm just doing this just to scare off Kanbei. I'm just to scare off Adder.
Samurai spirit.
This isn't going to really be much of an attacking turn. This is purely a defensive maneuver. Okay, we'll build another one there. Okay, we'll save up for something good next turn. Okay, where can that missile reach? Okay, nothing that can hurt us there. Okay, we'll just keep this as a little gatekeeper. Okay. Frankly, at this point, after this next turn, the floodgates are going to open. Okay. You forward, and then... Who to put in? Okay, Adder's probably going to use his CO power next turn. Okay. Okay, yeah, I was just checking. Yeah, I just didn't know if bombers, if their ammo was consumed on infantry, because that would actually really help out a bit. Yeah, with how many tanks we have, I think it would be good to invest in a little long range as well. Okay, we'll put in an artillery. And then next tank, we could potentially just buy a medium tank. Yeah, because the thing with that missile is that it's going to just wipe out pretty much anything you're going to throw its way. That rocket. So what we want to do is just keep Adder at bay. Because what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to have it where just a two-prong attack. Where we put our bomber right here, just right outside the range, and then just where you put it basically right around here, and then just boom, boom. Okay. Okay, a fighter. Okay, that is not good for me. Thankfully, the cannon should block out the fighter's range. Why is he sending the fighter down there? Wait. Oh, okay, that was what got me. That's what got me. Okay, I'll move this back to the city. 6. I can easily wipe out that anti-air on the way. Okay, so yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I just want to check. Adder's being a little infuriating, what with him constantly blocking my areas. What? Okay, at this point, I don't even know what Adder's planning. I will admit, Adder has pissed me off right now. He's royally pissed me off. Okay, so we can waste out all his ammo, technically, so that would actually be kind of funny. Okay, we'll guard this area. Only we had one more range. Then again, yeah, he'd have to go there, at which point we can just take him out with the anti-air behind it. Okay, how much are we making at Curiosity? Yep, we're making 9,000. Okay, so if I win another turn, or better yet, have a little bit of resistance here. Okay. How long has this mission been going on for? Okay, an hour and 2 minutes. Okay, we'll go here. Smash you. Smash you. Take you out. Okay, how much fuel do we have left? Okay, 17. And we'll move you forward. And Adder probably is going to have his power. Yep. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay, the reef, that's where we're going. Okay. So close.
Delicious. Sidewinder.
Okay, I'm just sorry, I'm just debating.
Prepare yourself. Samurai spirit.
It's really scary how Kanbei, he's not even doing any sort of supernatural powers. He's just using his charisma to pump up his troops. Okay, we'll move you up. Darn it! Okay, we'll hold off. Sure, we'll lose a property, but hey, we can gain them back, no problem. Okay, that's a battleship. Good. batter's turn. Okay, that hurt. Forgot about that one. Okay, blow you up. Blow you up. Just debate how to handle this. Okay, we can blast those. That'll prompt him to stage a retreat. And just to ensure no funny business. Okay. Okay, that's a cruiser. Okay, we'll keep you on standby. And that way we can potentially get that airport if Max needs a little more time. Okay, I just realized I made a massive boo-boo. Okay, no matter, no matter. I can at least buy another bomber to replace that one next turn. Okay. And Adder most likely has his power. Okay, Adder is just on the verge of getting his power. Rat! Okay, we'll bring you over here. Okay, hey, 17! Okay, Adder's gonna pop his power. Thankfully, he doesn't really have much to work with. It's kind of odd how Adder's mission is surprisingly more lenient than Lash's. Though, to be fair, you have Kanbei at your disposal. Okay, we can get this save back. Okay, we'll bring you up here. Okay, we'll head up here. Okay, what's the range? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that really wouldn't help out too much. Five. Okay, I'm kind of debating about what to do. I'm kind of thinking about getting a battleship of my own, maybe a cruiser. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Oh crap, I think I may have put it in the range of that missile. Well, at least I have another one on standby. 2 battleships, come on! Eventually run out of resources on that one. Okay, 2 turns and we should be good. Okay, we'll put you there. Okay, next turn I'll pop it. Actually, no, this turn I'll pop it.
Nothing.
Just to give ourselves a stronger defensive wall for when that medium tank comes rolling by.
Samurai spirit.
Okay, I just want to check. Okay. Game plus 2. 8, damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So close, so close. Okay, it only has 3 shots left, so we can actually take advantage. That. I'll buy a fighter with Max just to help support. Actually, no, I would be able to reach it. Okay, this next turn I could potentially do it. Okay.
Give up.
Okay, this went pretty smoothly, I have to say. I thought this mission was going to give me a lot more of a challenge, considering that basically what Lash was doing to me. Ugh. Okay, so we'll go in. Okay, first things first. Yep, we can reach the pipe. And we can do the amount of damage needed to take it out. And there we go.
My factory! It's this blasted weather! Darn these clear skies! Curse this temperate season! That's the problem. These clouds always conspire against me. They're plotting. They laugh at me. They laugh at me with their fluffiness. They mock my chunky thighs. They laugh at me.
And then Hockey's like, where did we find this guy? Frankly, where did we find any of the people working for us? The insane asylum?
Look, the Black Hole Army's retreating. Father, Sensei, we've won.
That we did, and it was an impressive victory indeed, as I slept on the sidelines. Yeah, Kanbei's doing all the work, and then Sensei just snoozing in a lawn chair. I was providing moral support. Today's battle will long be remembered. Through our combined efforts, our common foe was defeated. I offer my deepest gratitude for your noble assistance.
A friend in need is a friend indeed. However, we must hurry to the next battlefield.
The next battlefield?
Yes, Black Hole's power is immense. Even now, they are attacking your neighbor Blue Moon. And they have not been doing well.
Just Colin. Sirs! I don't think this is working! Nonsense, Colin. Send more soldiers out there. They're all dying! They're not even leaving the factory! Colin, we will coat the entirety of Blue Moon crimson red if we have to. Send more foot soldiers out there! What?
Yeah. Time is of the essence, so Orsha will be departing immediately to Blue Moon's aid.
Yellow Comet stands beside you. Our strength is yours. With our forces combined, there's nothing we need fear.
Now that was a beating.
Okay, I'll take an S rank. Okay, one factory mission down, one more to go. Yeah, I wouldn't be ashamed. I'm not gonna be ashamed if this is just a two mission stream. Okay, yeah. It's funny how you can do the factory mission and then you can just go back for the other missions. Okay, but anyways, before we tackle the Blue Moon factory mission, we're gonna go and I'm gonna go use the restroom. Okay, I'm back. Factory Blues time. Let's try this again, but this time we're gonna have Kanbei on our side. just...
little thing, aren't you?
Yeah, Hatter's acting all confident and cocky, even though he just got his ass handed him. Hey, at least I lost with dignity. What do you have going for you, Lash? It's pretty much the same thing, except this is pretty much the same dialogue, except this time Nell's like, oh hey, we have Yellow Comet on our side. So anyways, for this mission, the thing is this, is that on standard mode, Grit is your ideal CO. Because he can cover a lot of ground, he can get a good foothold, and basically he can give Lash a hard time, while Max gets his bomber and then basically just does his thing. However, given the arrangements, just Colin's not going to help out much either, because as you saw, we were stalemating heavily, and we were getting pushed back because Colin didn't have the strength. So, while Olaf may not be my first choice for the sword mission on paper, just his global damage combined with the fact that his tanks are arguably the best in Blue Moon, we're going to go with him.
Good!
Yeah, well, it's good. Finally, you picked the right CO. And then for this one, we're gonna pick. We're gonna pick Sonya. This would be a horrible mission for Sonya. I mean, this isn't Dual Strike Sonya we're talking about. We're basically in Dual Strike. Sonya is actually a pretty solid CO because in Dual Strike she gains the ability to counteract terrain stars. So essentially, she's an anti-Lash.
It is decided.
Okay, hopefully things go a lot better this time around. And if push comes to shove, I can always do this off camera and basically just record and record and record until I finally get a successful attempt. Black Hole dares to invade Blue Moon's hallowed soil. They will learn the price of such audacity. Fiends of Black Hole, no longer will you run free. Okay, you can capture. Yeah, Kanbei's pretty much going to be fulfilling a similar role that Max was trying to fulfill last time, except because this is Kanbei, he's going to do a lot better of a job. Because look at all these fours. These are going to help Kanbei out. They may help Lash out, but darn it, they'll help Kanbei out too. Okay, just one more space forward and we can use that rocket to our advantage. Okay. For a second there, I thought that was an infantry. I'm thinking, oh come on, how is Lash getting that area so fast? Yeah, once Olaf can start reliably pumping out tanks, we can actually hold our own. At least for a while. Frick! I may have to redo the mission! Okay, one down here. Okay. What am I gonna want? What am I gonna want to hamper? Okay, this may seem a little wasteful, but this is probably our best bet. Okay, what's in the range? Okay, we'll build some more infantry. Okay, how's Lash doing? Okay, she's got her power.
You're so...
Once we can start getting some Kanbei battlecopters, we should be in a good position. Okay, I can at least block off that. I can block off that missile so that way Lash should at least be somewhat hampered. Likewise, I'll block off this missile. Okay, that way we can hold Lash off at least a little bit. Look at that power! Lash just getting decimated by an anti-air! Okay, how much more until we have that one? Okay, just 2. Okay, Olaf will have that soon enough. Once we get that airport, then we can just turn this around. Okay, 10. Okay, that way we can just start summoning out some battle copters. Okay.
Let's play. Terrain tactics.
Okay, wasn't anticipating that. Okay, I can at least start making a beeline dash for that pipe scene.
Can you win?
Okay, this is gonna hamper Kanbei a little, but at least it won't harm his units.
Winter Fury!
Okay, I just want to check something. Okay, thankfully Lash's range will be heavily hampered. If we can start getting some units over to the door, to the factory door, that could really help out as well. So the sooner we can block off those that entrance, the better. Okay, no other units. Okay, we'll move you there. Okay.
Ugh. Terrain tactics.
Look, if Lash is just wasting her terrain tactics, I'm fine with that. I can't go in that one. Damn it. Okay, Lash didn't build anything. Nice to see, nice to see. Okay, let's build the wall. Build our wall of power. Defend ourselves from all that dare to threaten us. Okay, we should have this. Okay, if Kanbei can just hold in for 2 more turns, we're good. Okay, 1 more shot and we're good.
Ugh, terrain tactics.
Hey, Kanbei's got this.
Kanbei still has the golden bullet. We still have the golden bullet. We can survive this. Okay, we have this. This battle has been won. It's been long, but it's been won. Okay. No more being around the bush. Let's finish this off. Thank God for Kanbei. Seriously, this guy is the ultimate saving grace for this mission. You bring in Kanbei, Lash is not gonna stand a chance.
Give me a break. We lost again. Retreat, retreat, retreat.
Commander Lash!
Commander Lash, wait for us.
Yes, a victory for our army, a victory for Blue Moon. Such a beautiful day. The emotions. Grit, my bottle of bubbly.
Olaf?
Grit, where is my bubbly?
Look, Olaf, I've told you once, I'll tell you again. You need help. You don't need any more booze in your system.
Damn it, Grit, I worked hard for that bubbly. That was the only thing that was driving me forward. For these countless months when we were just getting slammed by artillery shells and neo-tanks and bombers. So many bombers. And now you steal that away from me? I was the hero of this battle.
That was Kanbei. Without Kanbei, you would have been absolutely screwed.
I was on the sidelines. I was the distraction.
Commander Olaf!
Commander Olaf, wow, he even cries big.
More than anyone else I know, the boss lives for his country. Those are tears of pure joy.
Really? Commander Olaf is truly a great leader. Of course you are as well, Commander Grit.
Cut that out, Colin. I ain't used to anyone singing my praises.
Colin's right. In fact, you're both great commanders. You're the mold from which great COs are made.
Olaf, did you drink a little before this battle?
Maybe.
Olaf, Listerine! Seriously, Olaf, you're resorting to Listerine! and is that the rubbing alcohol from the first aid kits?
A man has to do what a man has to do, Grit. You're the children of Blue Moon. You're my children.
Oh, God, I don't want to be your kid, Olaf. Your children? You trying to scare little Colin here half to death?
Frankly, Grit looks more traumatized than Colin ever would be. He's like,
oh, no, I'm not joining your family, Olaf.
Howdy there.
Howdy, Kanbei. Listen, Commander, I want to thank y'all for being so neighborly and help us out. The war's gonna drag on a bit, so we'll return the favor someday soon. Well, about time I hit the old dusty trail. So yeah, while the game intends for you to complete Blue Moon before going on to Yellow Comet, just, funnily enough, just Blue Moon is not as helpful in Yellow Comet as you think. Because, as you saw when we were doing it, Max was able to hold his own pretty well. Just, the only real difference between if you have Blue Moon at your disposal is that
You could have Grit basically holding the bridge a little better. But he's not going to exactly... But with Grit, it's a pure land battle at that point, unless you're willing to just wait to get battleships. Or if you have Colin, just being able to produce units, your bombers a little faster. But even then, Colin's bombers are not going to do the job all that well. So you'll need 2 of Colin's bombers just to do 1 of what Max's can do. So with that said, it's easy. It's better to do Yellow Comet first, so that way you have so that way you have Kanbei for this mission. Seriously, Kanbei is a godsend. Kanbei is arguably the best CO in this game. Because, yeah, his high prices may be a little bit intimidating, and you may think, oh, I'm not going to be able to do much. But Kanbei has staying power, and with staying power comes the ability just to hold your own. Your units are healthier for longer, and that just adds up. Oh, Commander Grit, wait for me! Thanking others for their goodwill is nothing to be shy about. Just asking for their help in the first place. The ability to express gratitude is as beautiful as the aurora itself. Grit, Colin!
It looks like peace has returned to Blue Moon.
Yeah.
Their COs get along pretty well, don't they? They look like a happy family.
You think so? They look a bit dysfunctional to me.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Moon safe and sound. Let's head home. Blue Moon safe and sound. Let's head on home.
Our enemies must know the taste of defeat.
Look, I'll take an A on this mission. I'll take an A any day of the week on this mission. At least it's done. I was frightened to death that basically I wouldn't be able to get it done. Yeah, I know this is a little disappointing that, oh hey, we only got 2 missions done. A whole lot of thing. Kanbei's laughter being in sync, and I just realized something. Minister Inga from A Century Spirit of Justice. I wouldn't be surprised if his design was based off Kanbei. Even has the dark dynamic of that Inga and Rafa has. Seriously, just I wouldn't be surprised if Kanbei was the mold from which Inga was forged. Well, you look at that, Eagle! It seems as though Yellow Comet and Blue Moon have given our Comet full the old evil, though the Blue Moon, it was kind of questionable what they were doing with Max in that one fight, too. It was just a stalemate. Absolutely sad stalemate.
I guess that just leaves Green Earth the best for last.
But anyways, interesting thing is that in the standard campaign at the very least, or in the original game, this may be limited to the original game, Nell mentions how Hawk is besieging Green Earth. So essentially just piping Hawk up as just this one-man army. Indeed, and we're in for some rough seas. Over half of our country is under enemy control.
Right, and it's about time we took it back, Drake. With
So,
style.
You're finally ready to launch a counteroffensive? Looks like you'll need me to lend a hand.
Jess, you're back!
Yes, I am.
I couldn't continue my training abroad knowing my homeland is in danger. The timing couldn't be better. It's become a ground war, and neither Eagle nor I are good at that. Bull crap! Both Eagle and Drake have vanilla ground units. And suffice to say, Eagle, you give him an airport, he doesn't need the ground. Just give him some tanks to counter some anti-air and boom. So where are you both struggling at?
Stop flattering her, Drake. You didn't come now just to make a flashy entrance, did you?
What?
What'd you say?
Stow it, Eagle.
The enemy took us by surprise. Nothing more. I could have liberated Green Earth on my own, even if you hadn't come back.
Jess, don't mind him. He's just in a bad mood.
Well, in any case, we'll take all the help we can get. Just don't let me down.
Commander.
Nice to see you again too, Commander. I must say, with Eagle in the skies, me at sea, and you on the ground, well nigh invincible. Let's go get our country back. Yeah, meanwhile, we could just go back and do some... And yeah, we could go back and do the first Orange Star mission. Okay, so anyways, for our missions here, we have Sea Fortress. Now, all these missions are going to be against Hawk. Frankly, the grand bulk of the missions that you're going to be going up against will be Hawk. In fact, there are only 2 missions in this entire section of the game in which you're going up against a CO that isn't Hawk. The first of which being here with Sinking Feeling. So anyways, this one, basically, Sea Fortress with Eagle. A mysterious fortress is emerged from the sea. The Green Earth Air Force is assembled to crush it. Drake's Dilemma. Hawk launches an assault over the inland sea. Can Drake weather the storm? And Sinking Feeling, a mission that arguably I will not be doing, because this mission is horrible in my personal opinion of introducing Jess. Because Lash has the advantage in this one, and this mission is hard enough on standard difficulty. So I don't want to even think about doing this one. On challenge mode, now I have the hiccups. So yeah, just this is going to be one that we're going to be skipping, but we'll be doing that next time because I think that now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you came by to watch the stream. It was great having me. I hope to see you next time. If you're watching this on YouTube, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer. I hope you're going for the next one. Like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. And I'll see you next time. Bye.